I think we should erase let's get rid of it. Let's say 60,000 people screaming you're a certified PDF. Then we should just get rid of defamation laws. I mean, please, let's just get rid of that law.
DJ investigate, she gonna find the truth. She gonna crack the case here.
Please do not send any hate or honestly comments of any kind to anyone mentioned in this video on behalf of me or yourself. The purpose of this video is to give my commentary and opinion on matters of public concern. Thank you. Where's my pen? Where's my pen? Alert, alert. Drake, the artist currently known as Drake, and Kendrick Lamar have been at each other's throats for a while. It's still going on. As of late, Kendrick Lamar has been on a tour and he is still taunting Drake.
TikTok users sharing this pre-recorded video from the show, a voice questioning Kendrick about certain dates before quoting Drake's infamous Family Matters ad-lib.
Drop, drop, drop.
Now, Drake is experiencing some recent support from some other hashtag canceled artists around the world. The first one we talking about is Kanye, nevertheless, West.
I'm so happy right now. You don't understand with this UMG, Drake, Kendrick situation, Super Bowl, Grammys. This shit was driving me, and you know where it should be driving me, but this is one of the biggest, if not, this is the biggest victory in music history right here. I'm never finna call Drake out of his name. I'm team Drake 100% and team Kendrick and team all of us. Like Kendrick need to be going at UMG at this point. This is what I said in my version of Like That. I said, Lucien, lifetime deal. Like, let's stop aiming all this at each other. That's all, like, bro, you have no idea. Everything is worth everything.
Who is the other person? Thug, Young Thug.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing,
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that.
Like a Drake fan.
He was like, I'm a Drake fan. I don't know how I got brought into this. So that's all going on right now. So most recently, just a few days ago, Drake is amending his complaint against UMG. He had sued them, but now he recently has amended the complaint to add things that happened at the Super Bowl. UMG, if you forgot, maybe you didn't know in the first place, the UMG, it's the Universal Music Group, and it's headed by none other than Sir, has been knighted by the Royals, Lucian Grange.
Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
And he's come up quite a few times recently, most recently I think in a P. Diddy video. Anyway, Drake's suing UMG. So this controversy really dates all the way back to about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, whenever the Drake diss track of the century, of the millennia came out. And it really sent off pandemonium on the online. It really was, people were, are they cutting down? Are they deforesting next door?
It sounds like a...
The mothership might have blown a gasket. Oh, the window was open.
They're shooting something.
Yeah, the next Godfather film. It was like that movie Fern Gully. So what was I talking about? Okay, yes. So it all started to escalate about a year ago with the diss track. And I mean, y'all, there's no, how did you not hear it? So when Kendrick dropped the diss track, Not Like Us, it sparked an internet feeding frenzy. So in this song, Kendrick Lamar levies a number of accusations against Drake. This is in keeping with a very long history in hip hop and rap battles. And you kind of settle your differences or your disagreements in rap, production, songs, different, people sometimes join on the track, whatever. I mean, this is something we've seen. But yeah, it was making some pretty grotesque and detestable allegations about Drake in the song. In and of itself, just the song itself came out a year ago. One of them was that Drake was preying on a young woman, a young actress named Millie Bobby Brown. She's from Stranger Things. And there was a little bit of controversy, amongst the social medias of the world, TikTok and things, about this relationship that Drake did have with Millie Bobby Brown. This is something that's kind of come up over and over the course of time.
When she was 13 years old, she posted this picture. It's her, as you can see behind me. It's a yacht. She's on a yacht, and the photo cred goes to Drake. Why is the 13-year-old child on a yacht with a rapper?
But Millie Bobby Brown has denied the claims, and she posted these two Instagram stories. Why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird. For real, I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time. Oh, I should read it in her accent. To help further my career, offer their wisdom and guidance. I gotta get, like, what is she, the one like Adele accent, or is her more fancy? I'll work on my Millie Bobby Brown accent for the next one. I like to be accurate, you know. Okay, she says, I'm very blessed. This is her. She's rebutting allegations against Drake. I'm very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do. Now get back to talking about real problems in this world other than my friendships. Jeez. To all supporters, I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Many thanks to you guys. It's sending my love to wherever you are in the world. Okay, so other things. Okay, so she seemed to try to quash that. One of the things he said in the song was trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Okay, see, like Alicia Keys has a whole albums like songs in A minor. Like, do you know that what's his name? Oliver Anthony's song is written in A minor. Look out for minor, A minor. Anyway, okay, so he's accusing him certified lover boy, certified PDF file. Okay, so we'll get some more on that lyric later, but there was just all kinds of allegations in the song. So then it sparked just like a free for all online. People were saying any and everything about Drake. I mean, somebody was saying he was doing stuff with a dog, not Sparky. Then they were saying he was having a freak off with this Make-A-Wish kid turned adult. That's sad. I think he's in the Shriners videos or something. Okay, so it did largely seem to die down. The frenzy did, at least. There are certainly the people that are like strongly in camps. You know, you always have these team Drake, team whatever, and it's like, you know, people have their loyalty. But other than the fanatics, I would say largely the beef had kind of died down. There was a lawsuit. However, Drake did not actually sue Kendrick Lamar for the longest time. He only was suing like UMG because he was saying, and Spotify and some other people or something. I don't exactly remember the defendants, but I remember the first lawsuit he filed. He filed it saying that the numbers were, it was like payola, essentially. The numbers were rigged. This was where, you know, videos were going viral. People were saying, oh, play Lover Boy by Drake, which is the name of one of his albums or songs. And it plays the Certified Lover Boy, plays the Kendrick Lamar song instead.
Hey Siri, play Certified Lover Boy on Spotify.
Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar now playing on Spotify.
I see dead people.
So he was suing for stuff like that. Basically, they were artificially making the defamatory song go viral, but he wasn't really suing Kendrick Lamar. Well, now, like I said, he's amended the lawsuit, the complaint, to include newer behaviors, because even though some people had pretty much moved on from this, only a few people were still worrying about it. Not everybody in the whole world, despite what it may have looked like online if you followed it, had actually even heard the song or knew what was going on. That all changed on the night of Superbowl LIX or whatever, whenever they put Kendrick Lamar. I mean, people were saying, who is this? Who is this?
Superbowl halftime performance was that it was absolute garbage. Even the people in the room didn't like it. You can see everybody bored on their phones. Paid $20,000 for these tickets. And yeah, there's like a dorky suburban couple dancing right there. That's about it. Those are the only people that are really into it. And they're probably drunk off their asses. And everybody else is just sitting there.
The Super Bowl used to be, the halftime show used to be like, you had to have such an undeniable household name to even so much as be freaking considered. I mean, people never got to play the Super Bowl that should have got to. Household name. And it's like the people that are, the craziest thing was after I expressed my discontentment with the Kendrick Lamar performance. I mean, I'm aggravated to have to do this, but I will. The man is talented. He could write a rap song. He could rap. He's very intelligent, obviously, lyrically. He's got a big vocabulary. I mean, all this. That's not the point. Nobody's saying he's not. Used to be you had to be like Michael Jackson, like Britney Spears, like huge, like the biggest guitarist of all time might get a little 5-second cameo. You know, it's like people are genuinely and legitimately asking, who even is this? Because obviously everybody knows it. Don't argue with me, argue with your freaking mama. Obviously that was Lil Wayne's halftime performance.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
And that's the biggest I'm sorry.
That was his. That was obviously his. Like someone put this man, Kendrick Lamar, up on here, and it's like, for what? Yes, he's talented. Being talented is not the same freaking thing as he should qualify for the Super Bowl. And then whenever people start saying that, they're like, who is this guy? We don't know. There's like a mob of angry, demonic creatures online going, it's not for you. Excuse me, hold on. Man, I went to the University of Pennsylvania Law School. I've already been in Philadelphia one time when the Eagles won a Super Bowl. If the Eagles being in the Super Bowl again isn't for somebody who lived most recently in Philadelphia, if the halftime show isn't for somebody whose team is playing in the Super Bowl, who is it for? You're telling on yourself. So you agree. It's not the right performer. Anyway. Lil Wayne got robbed. I'll take that to my grave. I am never going to back off of that. And Lil Wayne, you know what? Y'all are never going to get to see him at a Super Bowl halftime show because he said y'all ruined it, and it's true, you did. It's disrespectful, and he's still owed an apology. Ugh. Please. Anyway, so in this halftime performance, the PDF line gets, I don't know, maybe either not said, he might hold the mic out, I don't know, maybe the NFL is really funny about playing clips, but maybe I'll put a snapshot of his body, or maybe a GIF.
Recreate it with PNG.
Maybe I'll draw it and we'll figure it out. But anyway, he doesn't fully say the word certified, but you could hear it around the world. I mean, the whole stadium screamed it, shrieked it. I think it was the one thing they all agreed on that night was they knew that lyric. Taylor Swift did not make out as well as that lyric. Okay. Boo. But whenever they got to certified PDF, everybody, woo! Okay.
Oh! He's doing it! He's gonna do it! Here we go!
It brought the people together, it's clear. Anyway, so Drake sues. He amends his complaint. He's suing now for that. He repeatedly sought to engage in dispute resolution with Lucian Grange's sir, UMG, and he says he's suffering ongoing harm. UMG conspired and, quote, paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread.
Make sure you wear a mask.
Of Not Like Us, and deceive consumers into believing the song was more popular than it really was. I mean, listen, I thought everybody and their mom already knew that song. So this is from a New York Times article. The amended lawsuit says threats against Drake and his family re-intensified after the Super Bowl performance and lists multiple examples of social media discourse that followed. Quote, the recording was performed during the 2025 Super Bowl and broadcast to the largest audience Super Bowl halftime show ever. Over 133 million people, including millions of children and millions more who had never before heard the song or any of the songs that preceded it. It was the first and will hopefully be the last. This is a quote from the lawyer, don't come for me. Super Bowl halftime show orchestrated to assassinate the character of another artist, the lawsuit adds. So he's adding all these people, and I think y'all are in on it now. So in the amended defamation lawsuit filed a few days ago last week, Drake says rapper Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance of Not Like Us at the Super Bowl revitalized attention to false and defamatory allegations against him. Drake first sued UMG back in January over the diss track, alleging that the record company, quote, approved, published, and launched a campaign to create a viral hit. So he's kind of arguing astroturfing. I didn't really expect to be reminded of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni over here in Drake versus Kendrick land, but I mean, he is saying, look, approved, published, and launched a, quote, campaign to create a viral hit out of a rap track that falsely accuses Drake of being a PTF and calls for violent retribution against him, and cited a pew-pew incident at Drake's Toronto residence in May last year.
The rap war between Drake and Universal Music Group is escalating tonight in a new amended legal complaint. Drake says the record label waged an unrelenting campaign to amplify Kendrick Lamar's diss track. The filing says UMG made significant financial investments and leveraged its professional connections for, quote, massive amplification of a defamatory claim by Kendrick Lamar. Lamar performed his diss track, Not Like Us, to more than 133 million viewers at the Super Bowl. Drake claims the lyrics falsely paint him as a pedophile, and the record label knew.
There's no denying that the lyrics paint him as that. Certified.
Literally.
He gets certified. Now, whether it's false or not is a question of fact to be decided at trial.
Lamar's lyrics and images in the song's music video were false and dangerous. Universal Music Group has previously sought to dismiss Drake's lawsuit and responded to this particular amended complaint, saying it is shameful that these foolish and frivolous legal theatrics continue.
Legal theatrics. Theatrics is a nice and appropriate word to use after what I saw at that halftime
Reputationally
performance.
and financially costly to Drake and have no chance of success.
Did you see them all getting all? Was it getting all? My dad had one of those. My dad had a Grand National. Yes, he did. 1987 Grand National. It was a Buick Grand National. He had 2 or 3 of them. They were all black like that. The name of the tour is the Grand National Tour because of that Buick Grand National car. I don't know what significance it has to Kendrick Lamar. I'm sure it's out there. See how much I care to find out. Oh my God, the funniest thing to me is when people are like, if you're going to make a video, you need to research it. It's like, what the hell do y'all think I do? I'm supposed to know everything. I'm supposed to do the Wikipedia page. I'm supposed to look at, no, y'all, please make your own video. So this statement is, I know people aren't sympathetic to Drake at the moment. I think it is probably actually largely due to an Astroturfing campaign. Strategically coordinated content creators have decided, favorites, maybe they are owned by someone. I mean, I'm starting to realize that, like, I don't know the percentage, maybe at least half of like all the big YouTubers are kind of like under somebody's control anyway, even if they just in the group chat, they're just like compromised. So it's like, I don't know how much of this is like coordinated, like, oh yeah, haha, let's all be such and such fans, or if it's just like you, or maybe you would be neither, maybe you'd be more in the middle, but all your friends are like, oh, Kendrick, and you jump on, like, listen, that's kind of stuff happens to me too. That's how I can just speculate that might be what's going on, but I know it's not the popular opinion to, defend Drake or something right now, all of a sudden. And, he doesn't need me to defend him. He has very expensive lawyers that are defending him and, representing him. But this statement right here, please, the foolish and frivolous legal theatrics. Imagine somebody gets on the most watched Superbowl halftime show of all time and calls you a certified, and then the whole stadium erupts and calls you that. Like, if that's not defamation, I think we should erase let's get rid of it. Let's just get rid of that law. There's no such thing. If you can stand at the biggest Super Bowl, the most widely viewed Super Bowl of all time halftime show, and it's bleeped out, but say 60,000 people screaming you're a certified PDF, then we should just get rid of defamation laws. I mean, please. Like, it really was the first time some people ever heard this song. I'm sure they looked it up. Certified, what did they bleep out? I know. It's not a popular opinion, as usual, coming from the likes of me. But as usual, I expect that this will be withstanding the test of time, the opinion that I have. UMG would make me so mad if they were like these foolish, frivolous legal theatrics, while they have the bold-faced, unmitigated gall to put on that literal Cirque du Soleil wannabe performance. I ain't talking about Kendrick. I'm talking about the whole thing was nothing but theatrics. And they're like, oh my God, please, with the foolish theatrics, please, please, Drake. Oh my God, please. And look at them. They are reputationally and financially costly to Drake and have no chance of success. Did Mark Agnifilo write this? Who is their lawyer? I gotta know. That's all I really had for this one. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. Go to ThatSurpriseWitness.com to get your merch. It's gonna sell out. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye.
DJ investigate, she gonna find the truth. She gonna crack the case here. It's not a lie when it's paperwork. She will expose the truth. Daily updates for you. Better subscribe like I knew you would. We gotta stand for what's right. We gotta do for the good, yeah. I don't know what y'all have heard. That surprise witness got the word. We don't believe in Scientology. I do not need your mind control on me. We don't need your conservatorships, no. We doing right what's right for the kids. Whoa.
Y'all cannot control me. I control my own mind. You could've controlled me then. Still not in this lifetime. Can you send us down the pink angel from the heavens of truth? You don't want debate with BJ. The studying law is what she do.